These might just be my favorite gadget of the year. Like seriously, I didn't think I would love this thing so much and didn't know I needed it in my life until I actually started using it. But like, so you know, in the summer when Apple released their Apple Vision Pro, it was super duper cool, but at a whopping $3,500, who in the world can afford that? That's when these Rokid Max AR glasses came in, and at a tenth of the price, it is super duper cool for what it can do, and it's just mind-blowing. Like, I've been using this for the past few weeks, and oh, it's crazy. So let me take you guys on a journey with this thing through my day, and let's go have some fun.
There's no need to complicate things. Let's stick to the basics. We both know what we want, let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We dance on the same wavelength. This feels like a new beginning. We both know what we want, let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So won't you let me trip with you? Leaning on fire, leave us till tomorrow. So won't you let me trip with you? Leaning on fire, leave us till tomorrow. So won't you let me? So won't you let
Alright, let's first talk about the hardware of these glasses. So these are actually built pretty solidly. They're fully built out of matte plastic, which feels good in the hands. It doesn't feel cheap or creaky. And I actually love the hinges for the glasses because they're very springy. So once you put them on your head, they kind of lightly clamp onto your head. So when you shake around, it doesn't just move and fall everywhere, which I really love. Also, these glasses are a lot smaller than you think. So the profile is actually pretty thin. So it's a lot thinner than something like a VR headset, for example. And these arms aren't too bulky as well. So when you wear it, it doesn't feel like you're wearing an awkward block on your face. These are also really light as well at 75 grams, so it's super duper comfortable to wear. And I love these big like rubberized nose tips because your nose can support the glasses really well. They don't like dig into your nose, and I don't feel any soreness on my nose as well, although your mileage may vary. And also, because I have big ears, I would say comfort wise, around after 2 hours is when I feel a little bit of soreness just on the tip of these ears, but that happens to me on headphones as well. And it's honestly not a deal breaker because I'll just take it off, rest for like 15 minutes, and I can just put it back on and continue to do whatever I'm doing. So comfort-wise, these are actually really good and comfortable. Delicious. But let's talk about the display on this thing because man, it is really good. So first of all, this uses a 1080p micro OLED panel from Sony, and it has a 50-degree field of view, so like that. And basically it's supposed to resemble having a 360-inch projector in front of you. And I can confirm, that's basically my experience of this. And the way I would describe it is if you were in the movie theater and you were sitting in one of the middle rows and just seeing that big projector right in front of you. So it's not like covering the entire field of view, but it's like you're seeing like a big projector. So it's like a really big screen in front of you. And because these are AR glasses, you can actually look through the projection of the display and see all your real life surroundings right through it. And I would describe these as kind of like tinted sunglasses. So it does appear a little darker, but you can see through everything just fine. Also, because of this nose little gap, there's like a little gap between your eyes. So you have this entire space that you don't see the glasses on. So like, for example, if I'm staring at the camera right now and I'm using my phone, I can just move my eyeballs down and use my phone perfectly fine, perfectly normally, while I can look at whatever is projecting on my glasses. So that is really, really cool. And speaking about the panel itself, even though it's 1080p, it's actually ridiculously sharp because I can't notice a single pixel at all. And if you didn't tell me it was 1080p, I would think it's like 4K or more than that actually. And also, the panel itself can actually get up to 600 nits of brightness, which is great because if you're outside on like a sunny day or looking anywhere, it'll always remain really, really bright in your vision. And you can actually control the levels you want as well through the button on one of the side arms over here. It's also super duper colorful and vivid because it's an OLED panel, micro OLED actually, and also it does support 120 Hz as well, which is really great, which I'll explain later on in the video. Also, if you have prescription glasses like me, although I don't really use them that much and I'm not that blind, one really big killer feature about these Rokid Max glasses is that there's actually built-in myopia adjustment so that you can dial in your perfect prescription, which is really cool. And the reason why the built-in myopia adjustment is so important is so that the display you're looking at can be as sharp as possible. Also, when I played around the adjustment settings for both of the lenses and found the perfect balance for my eyes, I actually found that it reduced eye strain a lot, which is really important if I'm using these for hours on end. And also, speaking of eye strain, these pass the certification for low blue light, flicker-free, and eye comfort, which is great. Lastly, if you have any friends or family members who are dying to try out this cool piece of tech they've never seen, or if they want to share the glasses with you, having the adjustments means that everyone can have a great experience. The only little nitpick I have about the display is that the very edges and corners can be a little softer compared to the center, but that's a very minor nitpick, and hopefully they can improve on that for the next version.
Ando en la disco la canción soltera. Se ve que ella no está puesta para el amor. Yeah. Pero eso cambiará cuando ella me vea acá. Porque lo sepas. Porque ella me ha cupido a pedirle un favor. Yeah. Esperando tu DM. Pa' que invites una ronda más. Pa' que su labio me bese ya. Y se repita lo de ayer. Esperando tu DM. Pa' que la noche hagamos.
Subscriptions are on there, so I don't know.
Oh my god, I love it!
Yeah,
That is so fun.
super cool.
Awesome.
Repetiría 1,000 veces la noche que te vi. Sabía que era ese hombre que me hace reír y me hace creer que yo soy la mujer que se merece algo puro y no solo pa' comer.
Alright, we just had a delicious meal at Boston Pizza, but it's finally time to talk about how these glasses actually connect to your phone. So for my example, I'm using an iPhone 15 Pro Max, and how this works is when you plug it in, it actually acts as a monitor to screen mirror what's exactly on your phone screen. So for example, if I'm scrolling through, let's say the news, or if I'm scrolling through Twitter, I can actually see exactly what I'm seeing on the phone in real life on my glasses. And it also works in the horizontal orientation too, so if I'm playing video games, I actually have a huge screen to play video games on, which is super duper cool. As for watching videos, the iPhone connected to this actually has a special function in which the iPhone will actually recognize this as an AirPlay device. So for example, when you're watching YouTube videos, you can actually close the phone screen, keep it in your pocket, and the video will still be running on your glasses, which is actually really great. And also, because this is an iPhone, you can connect AirPods to it, and you can just have an on-the-go video watching experience with just these glasses and your AirPods, which I think is just super dope. Alright, while we're browsing Home Depot for some supplies, let me talk about one of the most underrated features about this glasses. So actually there's no battery inside, so you don't have to worry about the bulk, you don't have to worry about charge or anything like that. So it's just plug and play. You plug it into your iPhone and there's no boot up time, there's no loading screen or anything. It just immediately registers as a monitor and you can start using it right away anywhere you are. So that is really amazing and really comes in clutch. And by the way, I know I've been using my iPhone throughout the entire video, but yes, this also works with Samsung phones. And actually, because this is on Android, there's actually a Rokid app that you can use and it unlocks a couple of extra features you can get with these Rokid glasses. But for Android, I actually have tried it on the Pixel, but unfortunately the Pixel USB-C port doesn't support display out, so that these don't actually work with Pixel phones, and that is quite a bummer. we're so exhausted. So we're at Tim Hortons for some coffee right now, but I want to talk to you guys about my most used use case for these glasses, and that's using it as a second monitor with my MacBook. So again, it's plug and play. Once I plug it in, it automatically recognizes that it's a second monitor, and there's no boot time or wait time, and I can start using it right away. So basically what I do is I go into the Apple settings on my MacBook, and for the orientation of the second monitor, I have it stacked right on top of my MacBook. So I'm looking this way, I have my second monitor, and then if I move my cursor down, I can use my actual MacBook. So that way, it's like having a dual monitor setup on the go, which is super duper useful. And because this screen is so big, it's amazing to use if you're like video editing, you're doing split screen, and then you can have all your secondary apps on the bottom monitor. So this is a productivity hack, and it's just amazing. And honestly, my favorite use case of these glasses.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle. Wait a minute, work hard for the car, so that's why it's all tinted. Wait a minute, had a real late night, woke up with my head spinning out Nashville. It's been mad real, I need sunglasses, I need Advil. I like fake moves, and my cash real. I like first place, you're in last deal. Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle.
Woo! We just had an amazing time at bowling. I haven't bowled in a long time, but I started to get better, warmed up towards the end, and we only had time for one game, unfortunately. But anyways, let's talk about the rest of the hardware on these glasses. So, on the bottom over here, you got your speakers, and with these speakers, they're actually like very directional, so they actually point directly into your ear canal, so you can hear what you can hear. But honestly, they're not super duper loud, so especially if you're outdoors, you'll still be able to hear your stuff, but it won't be like really loud volume. But if you're indoors in your own apartment or like your own house, it's gonna be a comfortable listening volume, which is great. And as for the buttons, you have your volume rocker directly underneath on your right glasses arm, so you can easily change your volume, which is really good. And right beside that, you also have your brightness levels, in which you can toggle between 6 different levels. Also, the USB-C port on the left arm, I really love how they include a right angle cable. So like when you put it on your ear, it's already pointing directly down. You don't get that awkward cable sticking out of the back of your ear. So that is really good as well. Lastly, I just want to talk about using these glasses with any Samsung Galaxy device, because absolutely it's insane. So basically what you can do is when you connect it to the Samsung, you can actually use Samsung Dex on it. So this turns into a keyboard and a touchpad, and basically you have a full desktop experience on your glasses, which is amazing because you can use desktop browsers, you can use this as your touchpad and keyboard, and you can do anything you want. So that is actually a really cool pairing if you have a Samsung Galaxy device. So yeah, super cool. Alright, we're finally home from a fun night of entertainment, which is the perfect segue to entertainment on the Rokid Max. So first of all, consoles and their compatibility, because that is another one of my favorite things to use the Rokid Max with. So I actually have an Xbox Series S, and if you get the right cable, this HDMI to USB-C, but make sure it has a USB-A power to it, or better yet, buy the official Ugreen dongle from the Rokid website, you can connect your Rokid to your Xbox and use that as your main display. So for example, I don't have a TV, so instead of using that small monitor in the back, I have a huge projector screen in front of me when I'm playing games, which makes it so immersive, and it's just an absolutely amazing experience. And since the Rokid Max has an 120Hz display, that means you can play all your Xbox and PlayStation games at 120Hz, which feels buttery smooth and is any gamer's dream. And for an added level of immersion, you can actually attach the blackout covers on the front of the glasses, so it's just a black background, which means that you have the entire screen to yourself without seeing real life, which is really cool and feels like you're playing in a dark room with a huge projector. And last but not least, with these glasses, you can select a bundle online called the Rokid AR Joy Pack, which includes this Roku Station. And what this is a portable Android TV box. So if you know the Roku sticks and like the Apple TV, it's that, but portable and in your hands, which is really cool because when you're on the go or if you're at home and don't have a TV, you can actually use this to pull up all your streaming services, whether you want to watch YouTube, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video. And since I live in Canada, my internet provider Bell actually also has a streaming app, so I can watch cable TV as well. And this will work anywhere as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, which is honestly super useful if you don't want to connect this to your MacBook or phone because you want to use that separately. And speaking about the actual build for this thing is made out of metal, so it feels rock solid in the hands. All the buttons are clicky, not mushy, which is great. And at the bottom, it uses an HDMI connector to the USB-C, but that's included in the box, so you don't have to worry about that. This also has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which means that you can watch for around 5 hours of screen time, and it also stands by for 7 days. This also acts as a power bank on the go in case of emergencies, which is also pretty cool. The only one minor complaint I have is that this is not certified for Netflix, so you can't actually stream Netflix on this, which is a little bit of a bummer, but at least everything else works. Ah, the day is finally over, and I am so exhausted and just want to go to sleep. But hey, I think that was a pretty fun day, right? But yeah, these glasses, they're super duper cool, and honestly, like every time I use them, I'm still mind blown because ever since I got them, I've been using them for hours and hours and hours on end, especially connected to my MacBook, because just using this as a second monitor on the go is so useful. And also, I'm gonna be traveling soon, so it's gonna be the perfect travel companion, which is cool. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much Rokid for sponsoring this video. I had a blast making this vlog style review, which I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And then I'll have all the product links in the description below, so you guys can check that out with all the latest discounted prices. And they're having a holiday sale, so consider picking one up right now. But yeah, anyways, if you guys liked this review and enjoyed it, please leave your comments down below. I want to hear what you guys think about it. And if you also have any questions, I'll answer that for you too as well. So yeah, I'm tired. Let's end this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe and smash that like button as well, and also check out the other awesome cool content on my channel. But yeah, I think this is gonna be the last video of 2023, so happy holidays everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next year.